Good day, viewers. You are welcome back to Tindanious math tutorials. If you are new here, kindly visit my previous lecture videos on conditional permutations type 2. They're very introduction to that topic, okay? So that you can be able to appreciate whatever we've done so far up to this point. We want to continue from where we ended, right? So let's see how we can appreciate. We said conditional permutations type 2. We are just dealing with items, okay? Two or more items, we want to consider them as a single unit, all right? So let's appreciate the question. You said now 8 boys are to sit in a row. We've been doing this thing, okay, all this while. Whenever we attend lectures, we are going to write exams, even in churches, right? But here we said, well, 8 boys are to sit in a row, right? Now there's a condition here, if, right? So if 2 particular boys must sit next to each other, how many sitting arrangements are possible? This is very, very trivial, right? So I told you that so far as permutation and combination is concerned, look out for your n, which denotes the total number of what? Of items. So here, what's the total number of items? It's 8, right? So you say n is equal to what? Remember, it's equal to r, which is equal to 8. R because we are taking all at a time 8 boys, right? Good. Then, if 2 particular boys must sit next to each other, then that means, so we said then let P represent, okay, the number of the boys sitting next to each other. In other words, we want to consider those particular boys, okay, as a single unit. So we say let P be equal to what? 2. So these 2 is as a result of what? If 2 particular boys must sit next to each other, so we want to consider those 2 boys as a single unit. That's the purpose or the idea behind conditional permutations type 2. That is what we are treating 2 or more objects as one. Is that also good? So how many sitting arrangements are possible? This is very trivial, right? So we said what? So the number of arrangement, okay? Arrangement if 2 particular viewers, please don't feel lazy to write this, okay? If 2 particular boys must sit next to each other, okay, is given by viewers. We have n minus p plus 1 or factorial, then times what? My p factorial, alright, or r, because n equals r. So r minus p plus 1 or factorial, then times what? Times p factorial. So by substitution, so n here is equal to r, which is equal to 8. So I have 8 minus my p, which is equal to 2, then plus 1 all factorial times my p, which is equal to 2, then all factorial. So 8 minus 2, what do we have? 6 plus 1, 7. Then what? Factorial, then times 2 factorial. So by the help of the calculator, we have 7 factorial, then times 2 factorial, which is equal to 1008 what? 0. As simple as that. So viewers, so this is the number of arrangements if 2 particular boys must sit next to each other. If they must not sit next to each other, what you do is what? You use the formula what? N factorial, then minus whatever you have calculated what? 4. So n factorial is 8 factorial minus 0080, which is equal to, by the help of the calculator, 10080, right? So I have 30240. If those particular 2 boys must not, sit next to each other, but the question says we should calculate for what? If they are supposed to sit next to each other, please. So the final answer is what? 10080. I'll appreciate another questions on conditional permutations type 2. Viewers, for the purpose of this channel, we are going to solve a lot of examples, okay? Mathematics is so fun. Mathematics is so interesting. Be motivated, adore, appreciate, and handle mathematics, all right? I'll see you next time, and I'll always keep you posted. Bye.